Ahoy, my friends! Ahoy! Has it been a long, boring, reality-filled week for you? Me too. So let's let it all go for 60 minutes, shall we? Let's get onto a pirate ship. Here we are! We're back! We're back on the gaming Galleon. I'm Captain Raz, the leader and commander of this fine ship that sails the Silicon Seas week to week for adventure, mystery, and maybe just a little booty. This is a cold adventure. You'll notice I have this very attractive looking sweatshirt on because in the dead of space it's very hard to keep warm. Yes, we're out in space this week. We're in the Bydo Empire. We're in very dangerous waters because it's an alien race bent on destroying humanity. Now, you know, that all sounds really dangerous. And it is, to a certain degree. But the fact of the matter is there's really, they've really been at it for like 20 years. And they just can't seem to take us down. So it's almost kind of like, you know, uneasy border patrol that we're doing today. We're going to be playing R-Type for the Game Boy. How about that? I mean, R-Type has basically been on every platform ever. Why did I pick the Game Boy? Well, I gotta be honest. My hand was a little forced. I had a whole other show planned. It was going to be an RPG show. I love doing RPG shows because they're hard to put together. They take time. You can't just pop it in and play. And we were prepared, but unfortunately, we're using a cartridge, a Game Boy cartridge, and the Retron 5 still has a problem with when it comes to data. It wants to take your data and put it into the system, and then it wants to put it back on the cart. Well, here's the problem. This game that I wanted to play is very near and dear to me, and the memory on it is like almost 15 years old. I've got characters on it based off of old friends and like girlfriends and shit stuff. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. That doesn't happen very often. Sorry. Anyway, you can see how personal this game was to me, and how invested I was in the memory. So when the Retron, when I booted up the game and it said all memory lost, but then I booted it up in a Game Boy and it still read the memory, there was something wrong with the Retron. The Retron was more than willing to take the memory, but then it offered to put it back in the cartridge. Now that might work, but I wasn't willing to test that today. Mainly because I have a second copy of the game at home. And what I would like to do is take the memory that I so covet, put it onto the Retron, then take the blank copy I have and put the memory onto that, and we'll play from that. Okay, so I didn't have that second copy with me here on the ship. So I was like, well, I think we're just going to have to make an audible. And that's why R-Type came in. R-Type was, as I was going through my Game Boy games deciding on what to play, I pulled that RPG, but then I also pulled R-Type. And the reason I pulled R-Type is it's such a great game. And it's really amusing to see it on the Game Boy, because it actually works. It's not perfect. We're going to be seeing all the tried and true problems of a Game Boy game on that hardware. You're going to see flickering. We might see a little slowdown. The screen, the play field itself is dramatically smaller than the original R-Type, and of course, most of the music and the sound effects are all on the same channel. So you're going to notice every time I shoot, that kind of breaks up the music a little bit. But you know, it's still R-Type, and it's still a lot of fun. And it's been a long time coming for us to play another Game Boy game. It's been some time, and I really like playing the Game Boy game. I like, especially because they're black and white. or green and yellow, whatever, however you want to look at it. Are we alive? I'm gonna have to refresh here. Hold on, sorry. My feed isn't showing me, so I just want to make sure it looks like you guys are reacting, but just want to double check. So anyway, I think we're ready to go. Let's get started. We've got a good show here. R-Type is a challenge, but it's a lot of fun to watch. The chest, really nice little fun collection, lot we have to go through here, and then a very exciting letter here in the mailbag. You'll see it tucking out. I wanted to make sure it was there because this, my friends, has been sent all the way across the seas from Germany. How about that, huh? We actually have a letter from Germany to go through. I did not read it. If you guys send me a letter, tell me it's coming, you know, whatnot, I don't have to do anything with it. Or you send it as a closed email. I like to not read them. I'd rather we all experience it together. So that's how we're going to do it. So we'll see what our friend from Germany has to say later at the end of the show. But until then, let's get started. It looks like everybody's okay. It seems like my feed's off, but you guys seem all right. All right, that's fine. So let me know if you have any problems on your end. It seems like you guys are okay. So we're going to keep going. The show continues. It's R-Type, a classic shooter for the Game Boy. Let's get started. Oh, allow me to don the harp of transition and send us out to the cold, desolate plains, not plains, cold, desolate parsecs of the Bydo's Empire. Alright, got some awesome audio here. And it's a nice little video. R-Type, blast off and strike the Bydo Empire. Look at that! Us versus him. Oh, let me get my headphones. I need my phones, baby. Come on, let's go. We'll put it on normal. Or not. I'm not going in hard. This is hard enough. And mainly it's hard. Well, for one thing, it's R-Type. R-Type is a very tough shooter. One of the hardest things about it is if you die, you get hit, you're out. And you don't continue where you left off. There's usually maybe one checkpoint a level. There's about 5 levels. But the really hard thing here is, again, we're playing on a Game Boy, limitations, so the whole game had to kind of be cropped. So there's a lot less space for our little R-Type cruiser. I believe it's called the R Arrowhead, but don't, oh! Don't quote me. Look what you did, you little jerk! Whew. We've got a charge blast, we've got some rapid fire. Gotta make this shot count. Oh my god, I screwed it up. Oh, jeez. And then I have this little buddy, this little option on the front of my ride. I can send it out. It's invincible, so I can send it out to destroy oncomers. I can also attach it to the back of my ship. Use it as a backward shield. Oh! So we're already dying. And now we gotta earn back our option. There it is. Alright, good. Come on, come on. And as you build up your option, you get better weapons, as long as the option is attached to you. If it's not attached to you, it'll do kind of a different loadout. And this is what R-Type's all about, are the bosses. Now, obviously, the game... That's pretty gross for a Game Boy game, wouldn't you say? Creepy, like, fetal alien? I'm gonna try and shove the option right down his throat. There you go. He doesn't like that. That's easy. That's how to make it easy. Yeah, blew him up. So yeah, R-Type really upped the ante in shooters, and that it combined a lot of organic enemies along with robotic enemies, and you can really see that here. Look at this thing, this creepy demon pulling himself out of this just realm of bodies. Are they alive? Are they dead? Are they all just one big hive? You don't know. And these things, what are these? Are these like maggots? Are they eyeballs? Part of the charm of the Game Boy is your imagination plays a part. I like to think they're eyeballs. And they may very well be. I don't remember what they are, the 16-bit versions. It's been some time since I've played R-Type in general, but on like a 16-bit system. I remember back in the golden age, the golden days of finding video games. Man, I must have been like 19 or something. So very, very long time ago. And I know I found a TurboGrafx 16 at a thrift store with Splatterhouse, R-Type, TV Sports, Football, and Alex Kidd in the Alpha Zones. No, Alex Kidd. Gotta go for that eyeball there. Keith Courage. Keith Courage is what I'm thinking. That's close. Come on, you fool. Get out of there. Open up. Open up! Shoot. Forgot the easy way to kill that guy. That could be a problem. This thing is so gross. It's just like a big, nasty heart. Can I get the... No! It's... See, that snake is keeping me away from really doing heavy damage to that heart. Come on, come on, come on. No! Wow, what a drag. Come on, Raz. You gotta at least be able to beat this boss. If we can manage to beat this boss, I think we'll probably come back and hit up the booty. Really fun lot today. Very excited to share it with you guys. This isn't good. Like, I'm not sure what I need to do against him. I mean, if I stay right there, I'm gonna get fried. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh. Alright, that was just stupid. Last life. If you're gonna pick a shooter to do for a live to tape show, don't pick R-Type. I can't blast on it. Ugh. Oh my god. Ugh. No! Oh my gosh. Oh, that's rough. All right, let's wrap it there. Oh, I got my yay. Yeah, Raz. And okay, no. Oh my gosh. This is touchy. You think I never put my name in before? Well, we'll save it there. I don't know if we're going to play that, though. We might, we might play R-Type, too. I don't know, we'll see. Because we're actually playing, we'll come back to that. We're actually playing a really nice little, card called R-Type DX for the Game Boy Color. This game had R-Type 1 for the Game Boy, R-Type 2 for the Game Boy, and then it had, maybe it was, I don't know, but this card has R-Type 1 and 2 on it, and it's got it in black and white and color, so that's pretty cool. So maybe we'll try R-Type 2 with color, just to mix it up a little bit. Plus, I'm sucking against that boss. That boss usually isn't that tough. I think what is making it so tough is, again, the limited screen range. That snake is basically just owning everything, and I can't get a shot in on the heart. So, excuses, right? All right. We're halfway through the show. Let's get into the booty segment here. We'll play a little more R-Type, and then again, at the bottom of the hour, we'll take a look at our mailbag here, see what's going on in there. All right, so this is excellent. This was a really lucky day at the thrift stores. The thrift stores have been okay these days. Thrift stores are always a big challenge, mainly because you don't know what you can find. And, you know, it used to be worth it to take your time and do that, but in the age of the smartphone, everyone is an expert. So sadly, you're going to find, you know, these guys who show up in their Lexus, and, you know, like a Lexus, in like, you know, just like slacks and a polo shirt, digging through the toys. That's for scumbags like me, buddy. But sometimes you get lucky. And that's what happened here. I was at a joint, and in thrift stores, the way they do it is they'll price in the back room, and then they'll put it in a shopping cart, a whole bunch of stuff in a shopping cart, and they'll wheel it out to the floor, and then they'll slowly shelf the items. And I happened to come across, I was walking by one of the carts, and to my delight, I saw a tangle of cords. And I could tell there was like a third-party GameCube controller in there, a gray Nintendo 64 controller, and a couple of plugs for the back of for Nintendo systems, like a GameCube AC adapter, what have you. And if you know anything about Nintendo, they're not very good about making universal hardware equipment. So as a result, that is important and helpful to find these Nintendo plugs. They're always valuable because everyone, you know, there's only so many of them to go around. So I was like, all right, well, let's dig into the bottom of this cart and pull those out. And they were all the way to the bottom, and there was like some other stuff that were like, there was like a big Barbie box in between me and this thing, and a whole host of other things to dig into the bottom of the cart to get to. Well, I take this Barbie box off the top of the cart and put it to the side, and they're staring me in the face for no real logical reason. Is this all by itself, with the exception of those cords, no other games, just this. And you'll notice it was charged. It was marked for $6.96. Okay, so we're already in gravy. I open it up. The disc is in there. The disc is not in here now, because to be honest, this happened a couple of weeks ago. And I've already found a good home for the disc. A good warm home who's going to appreciate it. So the disc is gone. I already sold that, but I knew when I saw this that we would have some play around money because these go for big bucks. Okay? So I dug down into the bottom of the cart and I went through that tangle of cords, and really all I came up with was a Nintendo 64 AC adapter, a GameCube AC adapter, and a pretty nice gray N64 controller with a good stick. Everything else was like third-party stuff, or it was broken, it wasn't worth our time. Another thing that happens at thrift stores is they will hang a bunch of plastic bags up on like these shelves, on these pegs. And they'll put all kinds of stuff in there, like action figures, or birthday supplies, or cars, pins, you know, pens, whatever you can think of. And we found a really cool baggie filled with this. I saw this right out of the box, and I was very excited. It was a Game Boy. It looked pretty beat up, looked like it's seen some better days, and a bunch of games. The tag on the bag was $18. Judging from the amount of games I saw in there and the Game Boy, it was just too, you know, I'll pay a little extra if there's mystery afoot. And I felt like this was a bag that was going to hold some interesting things. And if anything, it would be a fun lot to go through. So we grabbed it. Especially considering we already had this gravy to work with. $18 wasn't a problem. Oh, by the way, the controller, N64 controller, was $4, as was the N64 AC adapter and the GameCube AC adapter. So you're looking at $12 there for those three. Is that a lot? Yeah, I guess. But I know I've got systems that don't have that stuff, or I know people who don't have them either. I literally know people who have found N64s with nothing else. So if anything, that's going to go to a good home. So it wasn't a big deal. So we were looking at $12 there and $18 with the bag with the Game Boy stuff. So we're looking at $30 plus the $7 here. So $37. I know we're totaling up early, but it's just working out that way. So $37, but let's take a look at what we got in here. Now, first of all, out of the box, you can't, she's a little, there you go, she's pretty messy. She's got some scratches, but I popped some batteries in the back. And she does work. It doesn't look like she's booting up because the cart that was in the back of the machine, when I found it, someone had adorably put a Game Boy Advance game in the back. The Game Boy Advance game being Mario Power Tour Tennis. Great game. This is an RPG tennis game. If you haven't played any of the Mario tennis games, it's a real treat, and these are not that expensive these days. They're running around $10. It also had some battery. It did not have batteries. And it also didn't have a battery pack. So this is what we were looking at out of the box. And Anthony was nice enough to put his name there. So thanks, Anthony. But once we had... so there's Mario Power Tennis. Once we put some batteries in and found ourselves another game here. Turned it on. She was good to go. Just a little. See if we can get the game to actually start up. Oh boy. But yeah, licensed by Nintendo, Konami. Can you see? I really got to relight this place. There's R-Type. Alright. It's working. You're going to have to trust me on that. But the contrast is really high or something. Does this have contrast? Maybe not. Alright. Anyway, she works. So that was pretty cool. All we need to do is get her a battery pack. Battery pack, and she'll be golden. And the game I pulled out just now is Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Duel Stories. Tradable card game. Alright, what else is in the bag? Just grab some of these here. Game Boy Advance game. Tony Hawk 2 Underground. I don't think I'm going to bother with the autofocus today. This is, I mean, all the Tony Hawk games on Game Boy Advance play really well. So that's pretty cool. The Grinch. The Grinch for the Game Boy Color. This has got to suck, right? Well, it's made by Konami. And when I saw that, I was actually intrigued. I wasn't ready to just write this off just yet, because I've actually played another Game Boy Color game by Konami for the Game Boy Color called The Mummy. Another licensed game, that Brendan Fraser movie. A movie I've never seen, but I have played The Mummy for the Game Boy Color. I got it at a thrift store one day all by itself. Was just desperate enough to try it, and wow, I'll tell you what, it was really good. It really harkened back to the old Castlevania days, that kind of gameplay. Even the graphics really reminded me of Castlevania. The three characters you play as, Brendan Fraser and then the other two title characters, they have no face in this game. It's a 2D platformer, and I've played it all the way through. It had a password system kind of thing. So, and I remember reading reviews for The Mummy as I was playing it, because I liked it so much. And I remember one review saying, Konami did it again. First, they made that Grinch game for the Game Boy Color. Now The Mummy. So apparently, this has some cred. And playing it, it was kind of like Pac-Man meets Metal Gear Solid. So you're basically the Grinch running around collecting presents in mazes, and you're avoiding the Who's. And if the Who's see you, they think you're Santa Claus and try and chase after you. So I think I may actually run through this one. It's got a password system, and whatever company was making Konami games, whatever development group was making Konami games during this era, I'm a real fan of after The Mummy. So I'm actually, shockingly, I've never even seen The Grinch either. Another movie I'll never see, but I might play through their Game Boy Advance game. So their Game Boy Color game. On the other hand, Bob the Builder, I'm probably going to pass on. Fix It Fun. Wario Land 3. A lot of good platformers on the Game Boy Color. The Wario Land series I have not played myself. But I'm willing to bet this is probably pretty decent. And it's got a battery backup. So that's nice. And I'm going to have to start from the beginning. Always good to have a platformer with a battery backup. I believe we had this. This is a double. Road Rash. Pretty decent version of Road Rash. About as good as you can make it on the Game Boy Color. Electronic Arts. Another game we had, unfortunately, here. Dragon Ball Z Legacy Goku 2. This is an action RPG. Pretty good. Not a bad game. I played it all the way through. You can play a number of DBZ characters and level them up. And travel around the world, fly to different locations. So pretty cool. I don't know. Maybe we can trade it. Yeah, Pokemon Red. And then, believe it or not, a second copy of Pokemon Red. Although, to be fair, this one actually wasn't part of... This was not in the lot. I put it in here just to remind... just to show that originally there were two Pokemon Reds in this lot, but I have since traded off one of them for a couple of SNES games. So I traded off one of the Pokemon Reds to get Tiny Toon Adventures Buster Bust Loose, pretty decent Konami platformer, and a surprisingly good run and gunner Demolition Man based off that Sylvester Stallone Wesley Snipes movie. This actually isn't very bad for the SNES. So I got those two for Pokemon Red. I think that was a pretty fair deal. Pokemon Red's going for around $20 these days, and these two together probably are running around the same. So I think everyone won in that regard. As I said, the second, so we got two Pokemon Reds there. Winnie the Pooh, Adventures in the 100-Acre Wood. This has a battery backup. Who would have devoted what company would have devoted the Disney Interactive? I don't know what it is. I played it a little bit. It looked like you were actually running around the 100-Acre Wood. This might be a voyage. I don't know. Doesn't that sound exciting, though? Wouldn't that be fun, the game of Galleon 100-Acre Wood? I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to dig into that a little more. And here was a real shocker. Game Boy Color, we got Deja Vu 1 and 2. Deja Vu was part of a trilogy of really cool adventure games that was on the Nintendo Entertainment System. You had Shadowgate, which was basically a wizard exploring a haunted castle. Deja Vu took place in the 40s Chicago. You were a detective, and then the uninvited, you were trying to, I believe, find either your daughter or your sister in a haunted house. And these were all picture-based games. You'd see a picture and you could use a cursor to interact with them. And all three of them were pretty good. I never played much of Deja Vu. Played a lot of Shadowgate. But this Game Boy Color game is very unique in that it's got Deja Vu 1 and the sequel. And as far as I know, the sequel had never made it to any other console except this. I assume it was on PC. I don't think they would have just made it just for Game Boy Color. I'm assuming it got ported to Game Boy Color from PC. So as a result, this guy's kind of at a premium. This is actually somewhere around like a $20 game. And it's got a battery backup, so that's pretty awesome. I was really happy to find that one. I got some more here. This is Nickelodeon Rocket Power. Zero Gravity Zone. I played a little bit of this. This is like a really bad wannabe Tony Hawk. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Sacred Cards, another collectible card game. I feel like those games are about as... You know, you got to put something in if you're going to get something out of them. I haven't played them though. Mystery Card. Mystery Card. What was it? What could this have been? We'll get to that in a second. There it is. All right. Three more here. Oops. Another. This card is so ripped up that I had to check it. We'll check that in a second. Turtles. Pretty good beat 'em up. There's a couple of good beat 'em ups for Turtles on Game Boy Advance. It's so weird. They did them pretty well on Game Boy Advance, but they just botched them on all the consoles. And then this one you see everywhere. Yu Yu Haku's Spiritual Detective? Spirit Detective? This was kind of like it looked like a top-down RPG kind of thing. I don't know. Okay, so I'm holding off on those two mystery cards because a couple days ago we came across this guy. Salvation Army all by himself. You got a Game Boy Advance SP for $3.99. And it even came with a game. It was even charged. Excuse me. And the game is Monsters, Inc. That's probably pretty bad. Who knows? Okay, so let's check out the mystery games here. Alright, open her up. Turn her on. What do we got? Oh, that's Bydo. Alright. Which one? Spyro 2, Season of Flame. I played a little bit of this. This really did play a lot like the original Spyros. So that was pretty cool. It's just isometric. But the gameplay's all there. He's charging people around. He's breathing fire on them. It's pretty cool. And then this one that had absolutely no label on it. And believe it or not, I did guess that this was Spyro. Isn't it terrible? All I had to go on was that little blueness. There's a little bit of the 2 on there. Somehow I guessed it. This one, who knows? So let's open this guy up. Namco. Could be Pac-Man, Pac-Man Museum. No. Tekken Advance. Now, I'm not usually a big Tekken fan, but I'm actually pretty impressed that they were able to put Tekken onto a Game Boy Advance relatively well, and I think it complements this slot very well. We've got some platformers here, we've got a racing game, a couple of turn-based card games, you got Deja Vu adventure game, you know, skateboarding, beat 'em up, Pokemon, tennis. So pretty awesome. You know, out the door we got all 18. It came out to 18 games. Plus the Game Boy Color for around $18. How can you go wrong? And these weren't bad titles either. So there you go. Pretty nice day at the thrift stores. Hopefully our luck continues with that. We'll see. All right. So what time? How are we doing on time here? All right. Yeah, we got about 10 minutes. We got about 10 minutes here. We'll play a little bit more R-Type. And, oh my god, why am I cleaning this? We'll do a little more R-Type. And then we'll read our very special letter all the way from across the pond in Germany. Should I be impressed by this? I mean, it's the digital age. Anyone can talk to anyone. Yeah, I am impressed. I am impressed. I'm impressed that someone on the other side of the world would be interested in the silly little adventures of this tub of adventure we have. Floating out in space, somewhere in enemy territory. Hoping we don't get shot down. Alright, let's play some more R-Type. I shouldn't have continued. Because I think what we're going to do is we're going to play R-Type 2. So I'm going to destroy myself here real quick. And then we'll get going on R-Type 2 just to see what it looks like. And we'll put it in color this time. Although I really like the black and white. How do you feel about that? I know that there's a couple people out there who were like, whenever we do a black and white game, which is rare, they're like, I just couldn't get into the show because of the black and white. Oh, can we not get out of this? How am I going to do that? Alright, hold on a second. Alright, there we go. Okay, so let's try R-Type 2. We're getting it hooked up right here. Right now. And you can get a look and see the different options that are on this reasonably priced little Game Boy game. This guy will run you somewhere around $10-15 these days. But you get a lot of bang for your buck here. Get you some music here. What else do we have here? Got R-Type, got the original Game Boy R-Type, R-Type 2, R-Type 1 in Game Boy Color mode, or R-Type 2. I'm not sure what R-Type DX is. Let's give it a shot, shall we? I feel like R-Type DX is probably what we just played. So let's play R-Type 2. That's pretty cool. I think this might have been on SNES as Super R-Type. But I feel like I'm a lot less familiar with 2 than 1. Oh my... That sucked. For instance, I died that quick. But I mean, look at how slow this boat's going. But this is a great little game to have paired up with, you know, a platformer and an RPG in your pocket. If you've got a Game Boy Advance, or Game Boy Color, or even a Game Boy. This will play on any of them. Oh, jeez. Whoa! Yeah, this was definitely on the Super Nintendo. Oh my gosh. Ah! Music's not helping. Music is very intense. This is always one of my favorite power-ups, this, the curving laser. But the blue laser really probably covers more ground. More versatile weapon, really. Oh, a little speed, don't mind if I do. The arena, the playfield is so small that I find myself not trying to detach the option at all. So like I really need it there to be that front shield. R-Type, always known for its bosses. I don't like running out of space like this. Can we kill this guy already, please? Come on, there we go. Whew. All right. Little silver lining going on there. Oh, wow, water. Now, one of the coolest R-Types out there is R-Type Final for the PlayStation 2. It may have been the last R-Type made. I don't know if they've made any since. I think they might have made something for the PSP, but it wasn't a shooter that had R-Type's name. I'm relatively sure that R-Type Final was the end of the series. And R-Type Final featured over 100 unlockable ships. That's pretty cool. That's a game I'll be putzing around with for a long time. Oh! Oh, the water! Oh, the water. The water pushed me down into the cavern. Dang it. Love the changing of the arena here from green to blue. Everything feels like it's alive. Everything feels like it's kind of breathing. R-Type was always really good about that. Uh-oh. I'm not going down there, that's for sure, not unless I have to. Waterfall. Oh, look what you did, you little jerk! Ah! I'm really flying blind. If I've ever played this level, it's been probably when this game came out. To SNES, I mean. What is that? Oh my gosh. No! Whoa! Oh! We're running out of time, aren't we? I'll tell you what, one more life. No, we'll play it out. We'll play it out, because this is halfway point. I bet we're going to make it to the boss and get obliterated. Ooh, now I got a real charge. Go, 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 go! Give me that power up! I got it! It's an option! Oh, that's good. That's good shielding against the waterfall. The mountain, this monster coming up on the other hand, I don't really know what to do with him. And I can't kill those guys underneath anymore. Now they're taking pot shots. I can't destroy that. Alright, these guys can't shoot through him at least. Go, 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 go! Oh, no way! Oh, we get another checkpoint. Oh wait, did we? No, I don't think so. There aren't a lot of checkpoints in R-Type. There's maybe one a level. This is why a lot of people find it to be an extremely challenging game, which it is. But I think it's got a real style, and I love the control scheme with the whoa. Whoa, 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 with the burst, the charge shot, coupled with the option, the detachable option. Oh, that was close. Oh. That's it. Rough. Rough, rough, rough. Alright, that's it. That's enough for Interstellar Adventures out in the Bydo Empire. Pretty cool game. It's on every platform you can think of. PlayStation 2, TurboGrafx, Super Nintendo. I don't think it was on Genesis. No. Wasn't on a Genesis. But yeah, search it out. It's a creepy one, especially when you see it in like 16-bit form. But even on the Game Boy, I think it's a blast. Very fun shooter, one of my favorites. So thanks for sharing that with me. Okay, very excited about this. Let's take a look at our letter all the way from Germany. Okay, this is from... It's funny, his name... You forgot to write your name. This is from Leichenschaft 1. Leichenschaft 1. Leichenschaft. I believe that's correct. I usually just call him Leech. But he comes in all the time and says hello. Hello, Cap and Raz. As promised, I'm sending an email from the cold country of Germany to you. I'm afraid my English is a bit rusty. That's okay. I'm American and mine is a bit rusty. I hope that your cold is over now. Yes, I'm feeling much better. Thank you. I did have a cold there for a while. I didn't bring it up in our last voyage, and I noticed watching the show that I was breathing even heavier than usual. I was just very congested, so it was really gross. I enjoy watching you on Twitch. Very nice to be on Twitch. Thank you. It's very funny for me to see your streams. I like your live streams, and I hope that you will stay on for a long time in the future. Thank you. Yeah, I think I will. I mean, this is a great way to, express yourself a little bit. And I encourage everyone, to get out there and do a stream now and then. It's a lot of fun. I have a question for you. Which game was your first game that I played in my entire life? Is there an answer to this? And which system and how old was I? Okay. Well, it would have to be the arcade. It would have to be. I think, if memory serves, my earliest memory, really, of video gaming was with my father and his friend. And they would go to this gas station called Trimart. And this was in a time where everyone had video games. Every place had an arcade game, at least one. And I seem to remember them playing, my dad really being good at Miss Pac-Man. So good that he had, like, names for the different areas of the board. And I remember him teaching me this. I remember him saying, like, up here, this is the steeple. He was, like, pointing at the top of the level. It was very vague. And how old would I have been at that time? Because I was getting dropped off for daycare. So if we're talking daycare, I mean, I don't think was I going to school? Maybe I was going to kindercare? So yeah, I must have been like 4 or 5 years old. Can you believe that I remember all the way back then video games? I do. And as for console games, my dad says that we owned a Coleco, and I remember playing the Coleco, but I also remember us having an Atari and playing Haunted House. And I also remember him, I think we borrowed it from some guy. Had like a bunch of games in the system. And I remember playing it in our living room. So the only game I really remember from that is Haunted House. For whatever reason. I should play that again. I haven't played that since I was that old. I wonder what it's like today. But yeah, Burger Time in the arcade, great game. Miss Pac-Man, and oh, he played a lot of Elevator Action too. I remember Elevator Action. Those three. Okay. And Haunted House. Leach says his first game was Asphalt on the Schneider CPC 664. Has anyone ever heard of that? See, that's the interesting thing about video PC systems at that time is there were a lot of stuff you had on that side of the pond that we didn't have. This is the first I've ever heard of a Schneider CPC. Favorite food? What is my favorite food? We're running a little late here. Soba. Definitely noodles. Yeah, if I could live in Japan where they just had noodles on every corner, that's all I'd eat. I would like to know that you were drinking, what I'm drinking in the Stein. There's a lot of questions. I didn't realize. It depends. Sometimes it's beer, sometimes it's grog, sometimes it's water, sometimes it's coffee. Don't forget coffee. Coffee's very good. I think a real pirate is drinking grog. Well, you know, hey, I'm a real pirate and I drink coffee. You know, don't stereotype us pirates. And now, my friend, I would like to say that your song after the stream, what you're singing, is very great. Thank you. I like it, and it is very cult for me. I'm glad you enjoy it. I hope you understand my email. I have. Thank you. See you on Twitch. Greetings from me and Angelica. Hello, Angelica. Thank you for watching the show. And P.S. Be careful of Captain Blackbeard and his ship, the Queen Anne's Revenge. He is very angry. Oh, I'm sure me and Blackbeard would get along just fine. I'm sure he wouldn't pillage me or anything. Okay, that's it. We got to go. It was a great show. Thank you for beating up aliens with me. Thank you for going through Game Boy games with me. Thank you for listening to people from across the pond. And thank you for writing from across the pond. It's been great and quite an adventure. I can't wait till next week. We'll have more seas to sail then. But for now, we'll see ya. Take care. And until next time. Farewell and adieu to ye Spanish maidens. Farewell and adieu, ye ladies of Spain. For we received orders for to take down the Bydo. And we may never see ye fair ladies again. Keep your proud, grandbabies.